What is Fatal Fury? Fatal Fury, or Garo Densetsu, is a fighting game series developed by SNK for the Neo Geo arcade system. The series spawned 6 mainline titles, including the upcoming City of the Wolves, and various spin-off games and media. The first title in the game, released in 1991, see you play as one of the 3 main characters, Terry Bogard.
Is that Terry Bogard?
Yes, an all-American dude who was adopted by Jeff Bogard, who died at the hands of the series' antagonist, Geese Howard, who runs a crime boss syndicate called the Howard Connection in the game setting Southtown, which takes place in the USA. Terry swore vengeance and trained his whole life under Tung Fu Rue so he can take the streets back from Geese. Andy Bogard, brother of Terry Bogard, moved to Japan to train under Hanzo Shiranui, master of the Shiranui Ryu Ninjutsu. He also has a certified Riz. Joe Higashi, a Japanese-born Muay Thai champion, but has no women. The 3 meet in the King of Fighters tournament hosted by Geese in Southtown. Terry and Cole go through opponents who have the likes of Capoeira, Muay Thai, Boxer, Wrestler, Yo Duck, and even Master Tung Fu. The tournament culminates in the finale against Billy Khan. Don't mind the spelling. Billy is the right-hand man of Geese and likes to use his stick. Terry, winning against all odds, heads to the tower where Geese is waiting for him. Using all the skills he has trained so hard since childhood, he defeats Geese and kicks him off the tower. Bro, Terry just murdered someone. Moving on to the second main entry, Terry, Andy, and Joe enter a new King of Fighters tournament hosted by a mysterious noble dude who is also in the tournament crashing characters from the previous game. We get to see new playable characters, Mai Shiranui, granddaughter of Hanzo, and Andy's girlfriend, Kim Kaf-wan, Korean man full of justice, Big Bear, Babyface Raiden, Cheng Shizan, former student of Tung Fu, Jubei Yamada, a judo master who was asked by Hanzo to train Mai, but he's a bit too weird. The game's sub-bosses are Billy Khan, again, Alex Hawk Tua, former boxing champ, Lawrence Blood, Spanish bullfighter with a sword. Terry manages to beat the competition and reaches the finale inside the host's castle, the host being Wolfgang Krauser.
I'll chisel your gravestone. Sleep well.
An underworld crime lord who happens to be Geese's half-brother. Angered by the loss of his half-brother, he lured out Terry and the others to this tournament for revenge. But Terry was like, "That doesn't work for me, brother!" and defeats Krauser. Krauser, humiliated from defeat, plunges himself out of the castle. Oh, bro, Terry's getting set up here for real.
Okay.
Before we go for the third entry, there was an updated version of this game. It's called Fatal Fury Special. Additional playable characters were added. Yo! Geese is also one of the playable characters, even though he's supposed to be dead, but we'll get to that. If you're playing as Terry or Andy and you manage to face Geese, he utters the line, "Die like your father, you pinhead son of an ice cream maker," which means Terry's dad was an ice cream man and Geese killed him because he didn't want to do business with him by sharing the secret ice cream recipe. Oh, and then there's Rio from Art of Fighting, because we needed to connect the continuity. Now, on Fatal Fury 3, it is known to the Bogarts that the 3 sacred scrolls for the secret ice cream recipe exist, and Geese came out of the shadows to get his hands on it. We have the returning playable characters such as Mai and Joe, and we also got new playable characters in this game. Bob Wilson, a student of Richard Meyer from the first game, Franco Bash, a retired boxer who's also an airplane mechanic, Sokaku Mochizuki, a temple head with a straw hat, Hanfu, a detective full of justice. Wait, did they recycle Kim? Okay, so he's after Ryuji Yamazaki, a dangerous Yakuza who's after the scrolls, and we also have Blue Mary, a private investigator who's also after the whereabouts of the scrolls. Together, Ryuji and Blue Mary team up with Billy to form the special team in the King of Fighters. Oh wait, wrong game. The main bosses are Jin and Jin, who are the guardians of the scrolls. Geese, however, was one step ahead and has defeated the Jin brothers before Terry could intercept. In a twist, Geese ordered the scrolls to be destroyed, knowing that the knowledge of the secret recipes cannot be used against him.
Okay.
After this, Geese announces another King of Fighters tournament, calling out the Bogarts, and to settle the score for good in Real Bout, Fatal Fury. Okay, so here is where the canon timeline gets weird. Oda said in the recent interview that the Real Bout 2 is canon. That would make it like 7 canon titles in the series, but Krauser just died back in Fatal Fury 2, so like what the hell, Terry's getting accused for nothing. Okay, heck, even the spin-off movie committed to killing off Krauser. Now don't get me started with the KOF retcons. In Real Bout Fatal Fury, popular playable characters return. Yo! Unless you count Rick Stroud, Xiang Fei, and Alfred from Real Bout 2, which is understandable. Oh, and Mr. White was in one of the spin-offs. Rick Stroud is the White Wolf. Li Xiangfei is the Chinese-American waitress in With Kung Fu, and Alfred likes playing. Terry has a showdown with Geese one last time at the tower. Geese gets defeated, underestimating the hungry wolf Terry. Dude, he just needs a sub, not ice cream. Upon defeat though, Geese breaks through the barricade on the roof, about to relive the same fate as in the first game. But then, in a shocking twist, Terry saves him by grabbing his arm. Do we actually see a change in fate in both of the characters' lives? But then Geese remembers he has to pay child support and be like, nope! Accepting his fate and plummeting to his death by letting go of Terry's hand. And then Terry adopts Geese's son.
Okay!
Garo, Mark of the Wolves, there is a time skip of 10 years. A new setting is made for the next King of Fighters tournament at 2nd Southtown. Geese's son, Rock Howard, is now the main character of the story. He and Terry are invited to the tournament by the host, which we'll get to in a bit. Rock accepted the invite, after being teased about his mother from the invitee. Terry also tags along with him. In Mark of the Wolves, we see a new cast of characters apart from Terry. B. Jenner, leader of the Lillian Knights, a group of pirates. Their intention is to rob the host after winning the tournament. Kim Dong-hwan, elder son of Kim Kafwan. He is the hard-headed version of Kim. Kim Jae-hoon, Kafwan's younger son, who is more disciplined and has a strong sense of justice. Hotaru Futaba enters the tournament to look for his brother, Gato, who seeks revenge against his father, who killed his mother. Gato's former pet, Ikokatsu, a marten, tags along with Hotaru giving company. Tizak, also known as the Griffin Mask, is a pro wrestler who fights for the children. Marco Rodriguez, also known as Kushnud Butt, don't ask me why, is a Kyokujin practitioner who trained under Ryo Sakazaki. He enters the tournament to prove his might in Kyokujin karate. Hokutomaru, Andy and Mai's son, Piopo. He learned the Sharanui arts from them and entered the tournament at the request of Andy. Kevin Ryan, SWAT policeman, enters the tournament seeking revenge against the man who killed his colleague. Freeman, a serial killer who likes killing stronger opponents, enters the tournament. Also the guy who killed Kevin's colleague. In the tournament, Terry and Rock make to the semifinals and have a duel. To much of Terry's surprise, he is bested by Rock. Terry warns Rock about the tournament being sus. Rock acknowledges and heads to the finals to face Grant, a friend of the tournament host. He manages to defeat him and asks about his mom, to which Grant replies, "Your mom." Before he collapses, Grant lets Rock know to ask Kane, the host of the tournament, about his mom. Rock heads to Kane's mansion to encounter him. It is revealed that Kane R. Heinlein is the younger brother of Rock's mother, Mary Howard. Kane inherited Geese's will and ruled over 2nd Southtown, but part of his legacy is still unknown to him and wishes for Rock to join him. Rock, refusing Kane's offer, bests him in a bout. Before he leaves him be, Kane lets in on Rock that his mother is alive. Rock, perplexed by this information, considers Kane's offer. Terry makes it to the mansion and is met by Kane, but Rock is by his side. Rock informs Terry not to meddle and he will be back when things are settled. To which Terry's like, okay! Which brings us to City of the Wolves. From the Mark of the Wolves cast, Marco's dojo sign gets stolen, so he trains under Yuri's fitness club. B. Janet stays in Southtown, awaiting another opportunity to face Kane and Grant. Joe has an apprentice now, a geek girl named Preacha, who fights for academic purposes. Gato gets blinded by his father in the previous tournament, is now training hard to find and kill his father. He can't see, so basically how he'll find him, whatever. Hotaru, thinking she found Gato to be his brother in the last tournament, but Gato denies the claim. So she's still looking for her brother, which is obviously Gato. Walks Rape, a street assassin who was taken under by Grant, stalks the next competition in Southtown. Tizak takes the Griffin mantle once more to lift the spirit of a young Fran. Kevin is still on the lookout for Freeman. Did I mention he has a kid named Marky? Mai is back in Southtown and is looking to get involved in the tournament following a tip from Sokaku. Kim Dong-hwan trains his old style of Taekwondo so that someday he will surpass his dad. Billy is back and he has a score to settle with Terry, who presumably killed Geese. Please give him a break, he's just hungry. Kane, knowing the criminal underworld of the Southtown very well, comes upon a discovery that his sister is held captive. He and Rock work together to rescue her. Terry, on the other hand, hits the street and even takes Hokutomaru by his side. Oh, and we have Cristiano and Salvatore, who are like just there, I guess. But yeah, Salvatore was invited by Duck. Yo! If you like this video, be sure to hit the like and subscribe for more Fatal Fury content. Until next time.
Are you okay?
No, wait, Terry, no.